Welcome, I'm David.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Desmonds Donders.
And this is a Wednesday Waffle. And it's the first one in a while. And that's because there's been nothing for me to really waffle about. But this week, I have a lot. I'm going to start with a health update. Then I'm going to talk a little bit about what the channel's doing, what we're doing, why Wednesday Waffle hasn't been about. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about YouTube. I'm probably going to rant a little bit about YouTube. And then I'll probably rant a little bit about park ups. But more of that shortly. So, first, let's deal with health. Nothing's changed. I'm in a better place since I stopped taking the Primadone. I'm still shaking, but you know, I haven't seen the doctor about that. I haven't seen the specialist. I'm not due to see him probably to August, September. But I have talked and had appointments with the psychiatrist, and he's quite happy with where I am, as I am, you know, in my head. It's not perfect, but I'm getting by. I'm able to function, and that's where we are with health. Everything else is just ticking over. I'm in a good place. I can do my hobbies. I have a little bit of problem with delicate work, because you know what happens. If I can't drink a cup of tea without spilling it, how am I going to do some delicate soldering operations or whatever? Anyway, that's all I have to say about health. I'll be back in a minute to talk about why there's no Wednesday Waffle and why we're still on 2 videos a week. So, where is the channel at? Well, some time ago now we dropped to 2 videos a week because of the weather. Because when we were going out, literally you couldn't get out the van, you couldn't film anything interesting. It was just a wall of water either side and just not worth showing. So we didn't. Now the weather's great. We're back in full summer operation with Desmond, so we've got plenty of videos we could do and we could put out. But I'm staying with the 2 a week, which means Wednesday Waffles are going to be few and far between, because I have the Vanish collab and then 3 ordinary weekend away videos, if you like, on the Wednesdays. But that doesn't mean they're going to be non-existent. It means that they're just going to be few and far between. I kind of ran out of subjects. I'd done, you know, stories about my time in the forces, rants about this, that and the other, of which 2 of them are coming in this video, which I've talked about before. Okay. And that was, I'd covered everything, and I've cut myself off from the news, so I've no real idea what's going on in politics, in the rest of the world, etc. It's just, yeah. And there is a bonus with not having a video out on a Friday night. I can stay off the internet when we're away. I post a few pictures on the various social media if I have a signal. If I don't, I don't. So without any subject for a waffle, there's not going to be one. Ah dear. So I'm quite happy with just doing the 2 videos on a Monday and a Wednesday. The Monday video might be changing. It might be changing to a Sunday. I haven't made my mind up on that, and the first Lindsay probably going to get to know about it is when she listens to this video or watches this video. So that's where we are with the channel. There's going to remain 2 videos a week. Not a lot of room for waffles, but then I haven't got a lot to waffle about, because I asked if anybody had anything they wanted us to answer, and we must have done a good job because nobody asked. Nobody volunteered a question. Anyway, I will be back very shortly to have a moan about YouTube. YouTube has done it again. I could say, and again, and again, and again. How do you tell when YouTube's put a big update out in the background? I'll answer it. YouTube becomes worse than normal. And it's not just me. Lots of other people have been complaining about what's going on at YouTube. But you all know what's going on at YouTube. They've done it before, and they've done it before that, and before that. In fact, every time they put out a big update, there are problems. Lost views, lost subs, lost this, that and the other. Bits of data that you see on the screen that don't make sense, that contradict each other. And then somebody realises what they've done, changes something, and it all goes back to normal and nothing's said, and they don't say anything either, unless of course it affects somebody who earns a lot, because they'll have been in and complained. Now, I'm not monetised, but I know this is affecting people who are as well. So YouTube, you've really got to sort out your testing. Now, I worked for 11 years in the RAF, right, as part of a software team. For 3 of those years, I ran a software team. When I left the Air Force, I went in to software. I did a stint in 2 or 3 companies as a tester. Now, I don't know whether you just use the method whereby you use some testing, software testing to test the software, and don't have anybody testing interfaces, data transfers, etc. with known and good data sets, and then transfer them via the new interfaces and see what happens. Patently, you don't. So here's an offer for you. Bring me to America and I'll set up and sort your software testing team, or better still, I'll work from home. Just get a grip on it, will you? You're affecting people's lives. Friends of mine who are monetised expect an income from the videos they produce, and because of what's going on, they are not getting that expected income. Me, I'm not monetised, but I see the effect. It's pretty difficult not to. Time to pull your socks up, YouTube. Now, I'll be back in a moment to have a go at us. Yeah, van lifers. Van lifers. So what's happening now? Well, my problem is the 12 to 15 park ups that are lost to me this year. Now I go on about litter, I go on about, you know, leave no trace, take nothing but memories, etc. It's at the end of every video, at the end of this one. But there's another problem, and it's groups. Most of the places that we've lost have been down to a combination of litter, fires and groups. Groups of 5 or 6 vans who are turning up to a spot, actually in some cases it's more, turning up to a spot, taking over the whole place, lighting fires when the warnings are out saying not to, and when they leave, the place is a tip. And that is the reason for this. One, in fact, the daft thing is, we did a thing on etiquette as part of the Vanners collaboration recently. It would be nice if some of the van lifers watched it. Why? Because basically, you know, it has a thing in there: don't piss off the locals. And how do you do that? Well, be sensible. How do you piss them off though? Turn up mob-handed. Do things they don't like you doing. Leave places in a mess. Exclude the locals from using a spot. You put, say, 6 vans in a place which can only take 6 vehicles, then the locals can't use it for whatever, be it walking dogs, walking in the woods, well, dogging if that's what they want to do. But if somebody gets hacked off enough that you've stopped them doing what they want to do, either because of the mess or because you're using the whole car park, or where it be a woodland car park or whatever, at that point you haven't really become a van lifer or a camper or an asset going round spending money in the local community, etc, etc. No, you've become a pest, and somebody is going to get actively minded enough to pile up some rocks, build a height barrier, or whatever. So when you're out there, don't go around mob-handed, please. Clear up your mess, and if there is a fire warning, don't light fires of any nature, because it's so dry in some parts of Scotland at the moment. Yes, I know we had a wet winter, but where we were, and if you look behind me, you can see the ground is parched. Enough said. We're going to lose more and more park ups because of this, because of overuse mess, not being sensible. I'll leave it there. Join us next time when we'll show you where we've been over the few months behind that we are, and enjoy yourself out there. Thank you for watching Desmonds Donders, and whatever you're doing in the countryside, please take nothing but memories and leave nothing but tracks. Please subscribe and ring that bell to be notified of our future videos.